Hey, what's up, everybody? Mogia Monster here, and welcome to Why the Fascination, or WTF as we like to call it. Hope everybody's doing well tonight. It's great to see everybody already here in chat. All 11 of you. 11 watching. Hopefully that goes up now that we're live. Judy Wheeler, how are you? Northwoods Cryptid, what's up, man? Hey, Val. Good to see you. Emma. How you doing? Good to see you. Miss Wheeler. Judy. Who else? Mr. Fritz. What's up, Jay? Hey, Jay, I'm going to be in your neck of the woods tomorrow. I'm going to give you a call. Who else is here? I'm going to bring Stevie up here in a little bit. She's getting her ducks in a row. Her technique. She's trying to put her get her earbuds working. So, because she was just on her tablet, and it was windy, so you could hear it. So she's, I think, with the earbuds, the noise cancellation earbuds, it should work good. She had it hooked up as soon as she went and connected to StreamYard, cut her off. So I don't know why that was, but she'll be here. Hey, who am I missing? Anybody? I think I got 11 of you, right? Murray, how are you? Mr. Haywood, Michael. Raptor Crazy, what's up? Mr. Hand. What's up, Rex? Who else? Sandra Piper. Tacey Hale, how are you? Grasshopper. So last night, Stevie and I were going back and forth. You know what? Wait. For those of you, anybody who's watching who's new, which is probably not, what I do is I put the link in chat, and anybody can come on the show and just hang out, talk about whatever you want to talk about, except politics and religion. We're into crazy shit like Bigfoot and the paranormal. What else? Yeah, you just click on the link, follow the directions. If you don't want to be on camera, you can hit stop camera. Don't have to be on camera. Also, I do ask is that you turn off YouTube, just shut it off, so you only have StreamYard running, so we don't get that nasty echo. But yeah, we're pretty cool. You know, we just hang out. This is a platform for you guys to come on and, you know, say hi and meet your friends or whatever, you know. We always love meeting new people. I mean, I say meeting them for the first time face to face, you know, because I've known a lot of you for years now. Years. It's pretty crazy. Except Yvette. She's new. What's up, Yvette? Central Florida Bigfoot. What's going on, Matt? Good to see you. Hey, Matt, why don't you click on the link that I'm about to post? Hang out. Tell us what you've been up to, man. I hear about the corridor. And I'll tell you what I'm going to be up to. So where did Stevie get lost back there? So last night, me and Stevie were talking back and forth via, you know, text messages, but we use voice messages. It's just easier, and I don't hate typing. So I'm out back smoking a cigarette. 2 dogs are with me, are out back. And all of a sudden, these owls sound off. But I had never heard anything like that. I've heard similar, but not like this. This was like It was so loud, and I'd say they were 100 feet away from me. They were so loud, and there had to be more than two. And it set my dog off, Lucy, the little one. Some of you know Lucy. She just went, started barking. And when I started, and I was like, what the hell? I mean, I got goosebumps from head to toe, literally. My hair didn't stand on end. It was goosebumps. I guess your hair might stand on end. It might be the same thing, but it wasn't out of fear. It was just this, what the fuck? And I didn't know what they were. I mean, just when I realized what it might be, that's when my hair stood on end. Because they went into this, fuck. I can't explain it. It sounded like a cross between an owl and a monkey. And I think just because it was so loud, I didn't want to admit that it was owls. I wanted it to be something else. But then today, about an hour ago, a little over an hour ago, I found what it was. It's a barred owl. I didn't realize their vocal range was so great. It was, when I played it, I was like, oh, that's it. I think apparently they hang out in pairs, but it sounded like there was 4 of them there. I mean, 2 coyotes can make the noise of, make it sound like 6, something like that. Coyotes can make a racket, just 2 of them. And I guess, why not? Owls could do the same. That was weird, though. I want to find it in, I think I went too far. Nope. I'm not going to play the whole thing. I just want to find where it, because I was talking to her about, let's leave it a message. We were talking about fixing her truck. And here we go. Let's try right around here. Yeah, I know what you mean. No, I have to do it $20 and free labor. You hear this shit? Sorry, the dog's loud. Get over here. Did you hear that? Oh, shit. I get goosebumps. Those aren't fucking owls. Yeah, I didn't know they had such a vocal range. But it was so loud. I mean, it was bizarre. I was 100 feet away and they were just like, bam. It was weird. So who'd I miss? Who snuck in? Chessboard, how's it going? LIB, what's going on, Mike? I believe I did post the link in chat. Yeah. Make some chat if anybody wants to come hang out. I don't know what Stevie's doing. She'll get her. Never mind. I was gonna get her poop in a group. Ida Bustamante, Eyes in the Woods. What's up? Welcome. Yeah, it was funny because I went through a bunch of owl. I listened to every Florida owl sound there is. And then I found that one. Like I had listened to the barred owl and it didn't give me that noise. But when it said a pair caterwauling, I was like, oh, let me check that out. And Sure enough, that's what it sounded like. But damn, they were loud. Did I tell you they were loud? Just checking. Sharon guy, how are you? Why do I feel like I'm missing somebody? It's one of those instances where you glance over, you see a name, but yeah, you're babbling, so you don't get the name out, and then you forget what it was. Miss Dill, how are you? Oh, that's a good one. This is the link if you want to pop on, but Miss Dill has a point. She says, nothing is impossible, huh? Try slamming a revolving door. Right on. That was good, Miss Dill. Thank you. And thanks to all my mods. You guys do great. Where's Mr. Lee? Is he in here? He jumped ship. Well, hopefully he's all right. That's who's missing, Mr. Lee. Right? Huh. Hopefully he's just running late. I worry when people don't show up. Like, they're there every time. You know, I'm like, oh, shit, someone's not there. Hey, Ben, what's going on? BPD 1976. Mr. Breeze, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. Excuse me. So you guys know I started with this boat club just recently. And they have other locations. And I was asked to run one of their locations. So I said yes. It's an hour and a half from here, so I'm going to have to find something up that way. So I need some positive vibes and prayers sent my way. I don't usually ask for prayers. I always give prayers. It sounds stupid to ask for prayers, but I could use some help. I just need some good vibes coming my way that things will work out. I'll find a place, and it'll all go well. But yeah, I couldn't turn down the job. It's almost a dream job. And then it'll change a little bit come September, October, where I think we're going to take over a different marina. And then I'll be like, I'm looking forward to that. I just think it'll be really cool. Yeah, so I'll be up in Tavares. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for Hoax. What's up? Who's your Squatch? Every time I say that, I say Hoosier funny or something. I hear it funny when I say it, and it's like, who's your Squatch? Like, who's your daddy? Who's your Squatch? No, I do not, Richie. Matt, what's up, buddy?
What's up?
How you been?
Hold on, let me turn off YouTube. There you go. I've been good. How about you? So how far are you away from Tampa?
Right now? I don't know. I haven't. I'm just north of it. I don't know.
Yeah, we do need
50 miles. I'm not sure. Do you know where Homosassa is?
Yeah.
Well, Homosassa is just south of me. It's the next town down.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'm in Crystal River, but I'm going to be going up to Tavares. I don't know why Stevie keeps popping in and out, but
You're an hour and a half from me, max.
okay.
Maximum, yeah. Yeah. So yeah, well, you need to get to the corridor. You're not planning on leaving Florida anytime soon, are you?
No, I'm
Oh, okay,
moving
good.
to that area for this new job.
Awesome.
No, I'm going to settle in and hopefully get my kayaks in the water.
Oh man, we haven't been on a kayak in a while. We switched over to e-bikes.
Oh yeah,
Oh my gosh. I haven't broke my arm yet.
less gators.
Well, yeah, but I don't know. It's a different animal. It's a
Oh,
whole
absolutely.
different it's a whole different skill set. Last 3 times I've fallen all 3 times. Nothing, I
Oh,
mean,
dude,
yeah,
I
nothing
used to fall off my
serious.
mountain bike all the time.
Well, mine is just stopping. I mean, the ground is so uneven, you stop, you hit your brakes and you go to put a foot down and there's no ground. And then next thing you know, you're falling about 5, 6 inches. And by the time you grip it, you got a, 60-pound bike. It's like dropping a motorcycle. You can't stop it. And
Yeah.
we got some funny B-roll. If anyone follows me on Instagram, there's one that about 2 videos back, it says CFB takes a fall. It's actually hilarious. I mean, we're going over. There's a big downfall tree right in the middle of a grassy, used to be an old road, and we find one. We go around it. I almost fall. We find a second one. I went, no, come on, man! It's not. None of the trails are cleared, but we're pretty far out. I didn't expect it, and we go around the second one, and the back end goes up, and I go to put my foot down, and I'm at that point 12 inches from the ground. I'm not anywhere close to it. And I start going left, and I'm like, I'm falling. I'm pushing this pine tree out of the way, and I'm falling this way. And I see another one coming, and I just try to go down and roll. And I'm just laughing all the way. I mean, it is just so funny. It's
So you haven't gotten over the handlebars yet? That's a fun one.
No, I'm too old to be going that fast. We're not going that fast on the e-bikes, but man, we're covering like 20 miles. We can get out there sunrise, and where most people are parking at trailheads and, walking in three, maybe 3.5 miles in Florida and then turn around and walking back. That's about all you can do. But we're like going in at 7, we get to that 3.5 mile mark, and then we cross a couple bridges, some way to get across to the other side. There's these rivers low in some places. We know where those crossings are because we've been scouting them, and we're going the other side, and then we're going another 6-7 miles. I mean, and we're running into nobody. There's no trail runners. There's no hikers. There's no other Bigfoot groups.
It's because they're smart.
Well, I don't know. Where we're at now is it feels so remote. But it's weird. The last 2 times out, I've barely seen tracks. And you would think starting at 7 a.m. that we would be, in a fog. You got that swamp fog coming in. You're going, oh man, this is like really squatchy. You get out there, as as some have deemed the Larson effect. It's just nothing's happening. There's no tracks, and I'm about ready to give up on this one choke point and go back to our original one that's just filled with animals and tracks, like more than I've ever seen. Stevie B.
Hi. How you doing? All right. I've been trying to get on. I've been trying to get on because I'm dying to ask you questions. How have you been, first of all? No, I've been looking into the e-bikes, so I'm like thrilled with what you're talking about doing. That's pretty cool.
It's just another transportation tool. Train, planes, and automobiles. I mean, we're all about trying to figure out how to do it a little different. And when I get off at a place, you get at a trailhead and there's 6 cars and you see 20 people jump out, you go, nope. So we just go other places, and we found places that nobody goes. But the last 2 times, I'm wondering where the animals are. It's really bizarre. I mean, we're to the remote. If we break an arm, get bit by a snake,
you're in trouble.
we're in trouble. Even in the corridor, we're in trouble. A matter of fact.
So are you letting somebody know where you're going? Is someone tracking you? Like if something happened, I mean, I hate to say it, but you hear of missing people and stuff. But I mean, are y'all tracking where you're going?
The thing is there are emergency outs. So when I say we went 22 miles, it's not like at some point I know where the outs are. You know what I mean? Like you're maybe 100 yards from a property line, and I know what the property line looks like. But you would never know the property line's there. I didn't know until the third time there because you can't see it, and it doesn't show. It doesn't show up on the preserve maps. It's only when you start checking out something else, like we're checking out choke points, that we go to Google Earth and we went, oh crap, that 4.5 mile bike ride could be reached. We're about at one point 1,000 feet. It looked like, maybe 100 yards from. It's a road, but it's in private property and would probably be shot because I looked up who owns the property. So it's not a good situation, but there is an out. You don't have to go through the forest, if you know what I mean.
That's good.
But you just can't knock on a door and ask. I can't go any further. It's the best stuff.
I get it.
It really
is out there.
Yeah,
definitely.
We're protected in multiple ways, and
I guess I'm a little sensitive to that because I've been stuck in the middle of nowhere for 12 hours, without knowing I mean, the whole rim thing, but.
I got a game camera out. It took 4.5, about 5 hours to get to it the first time on the way back because we didn't know where we were going. I mean, I knew where Google Earth was sending me, and I was following old trails that show up on Google, but doesn't show up on the preserve map or the water district map, but it was on Google Earth. And so I knew there was a road there, and I could tell I was on a road, but there's like 50 downfall, big trees all through it. So you're biking 20 yards up and around, biking 30 yards, carrying a bike over, biking. It's worse than kayaking. It took forever to get there, but we got back in an hour and a half because I had flagged it. I knew where the roads were. We kind of got back really quick. We've tried 2 trips to get out there, and it's rained the last 3 weeks, and I can't retrieve the camera, and the camera's dead. I think it's a Reveal game cam camera. It's sending me a beacon. I know the location, and it's still showing up on my map. I have a satellite on it, and it triggers and fires me an image. Well, it's no longer sending me images, but I think it's still taking images. And those are the ones where we got multiple bobcat crossings, coyote crossings, raccoon crossings, egrets landing on this. I got it placed on a river location where it's just an awesome place. And before that location, I had it placed in a hog trail that was just driving me crazy with hogs. And that's why I placed it in a location. But we're having fun. I'm learning about the animals. I can pretty much tell you when a bobcat hunts and when it moves and where it passes through this area and how many times it passes through this area. I can't tell if it's the same exact bobcat. It looks like to me it may be a couple different. It's just interesting. It's just a lot of fun. But, nothing to strain Sasquatch yet or swamp ape or Bigfoot. But it's a lot of fun. I mean, we're working pretty hard. And my new guy I'm going out with is Brian, and he's been with me about 5-6 videos now. And he's in the medical field. He knows how to do a chest tube. But he tells me it's going to hurt.
I'm sure. Hey, they were asking what your Instagram is, Matt.
Central Florida Bigfoot on Instagram is pretty much where I'm the busiest at these days. I'm kind of slowing down. I'm wrapping it up. I'm to the point where I'm making a script outline. I'm starting to think about how I want to approach. The whole goal to this thing was to do a bunch of mini segments like chapters in a book and then there's going to be a book. And so my book's going to be a full-length video of, kind of like what Nikki and Pat and some other people have been saying, show me what you got. And so mine's going to be a 3-year journey where I show them what I got. And it may end with a Bigfoot. It may not, but I will tell you, I have some weird stuff. I have stuff I can't explain, and that will be in the film. But I'm also going to take a look at Bigfoot World, and I'm going to have an opinion on that of why we're not all moving forward in what I feel.
Now, you can't just say that you see weird stuff and not explain. you got to give us something.
It's nothing. It's nothing I've hidden. I mean, in my 17th video, the little pareidolia Sasquatch head sitting in this weird nest-like thing. The wood knocks, the inverted Y that I found stuck on a branch right after I made a joke 30 minutes prior that wouldn't this be cool if I found this in a tree? And 30 minutes later, a group of us find it inverted and flipped in a tree. And I think that was at a place up near the Green Swamp. All that stuff is still unexplained. The 17-inch footprint, 8-inch wide, and the off the Florida Trail, I can say is still unexplained. Getting stuff vetted is still a problem. I'm going to talk about that in my film, of the frustration of getting it vetted. Who should vet it? Is it Bigfoot World, who already is biased and has Bigfoot on the brain? Or is it you got to do due diligence and find someone on the outside? I've reached out to some big stars within Bigfoot World and really got the kiss off.
Big stars?
Big stars.
Stars?
Yeah, they're stars.
They're people.
I've reached out to doctors and to other people, and you get a response, lay it all out on the table before I can help you. And it's like, I'm not going to lay my whole thing out on the table. I just want to talk to you off camera. Can we have a conversation off camera? And it's like, well, who?
It's their egos.
Yeah, it's kind of like, and I'm going to probably have a take in my video on the Patterson-Gimlin film. I discovered something that hasn't been talked about that is suspect to me. I used to say I was 85%. I'm 85% still on what is captured on film, but how it was captured and the device used, which is this camera behind me, doesn't add up, man. It just doesn't add up. So I'm going to do a video of what I see wrong with the camera on the Patterson-Gimlin film and what makes me doubt it, seriously doubt it. And I've had conversations with people offline, probably 10, 12 hours worth of conversations trying to work that out.
Does your doubt go into what lens was used and all that? I mean, or just the camera itself? I mean, it was an 8mm, correct? The 16mm lens, or 16mm?
16mm. And I want to do a video on it. I'm going to do my own take, and people say it's Bigfoot suicide when I do, even if I take a stab at it. But I really don't care. You all know me. I'm not in it for clicks. I could care less. I don't care if I have. I mean, my viewership's going up. I love the chat. I love your all's chat. That's why I'm here tonight. But I'm gonna say my piece when I finish this film, and it's going to be the one film I do, and it's gonna, I'm going to be honest, and I'm gonna say what
3 years for that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I've waited 3 years, and I've had everyone in your chat, following along, and I appreciate that. And I'm not saying it's going to be anything bad. It's just going to be an honest take on.
Well, no, that's the way it should be.
What I've seen, and I don't see anybody doing that. Few people are really telling it like it is. Hang on, I'm getting this. Oh, anyway. But anyway, that's what we're up to. I'm just working the corridor and trying to go out every weekend I can. I'm on the e-bikes now. We got to go back to kayak and canoe really soon because the target area, there's a situation going on with the target area that it's holding me back from that area. But it's going to all culminate with my target area, which I'm working all around the target area within 10 miles. And I don't know how to broach it. I don't know how to, I don't want to rock any boats, sink any missiles, or get anyone fired, or because I've been doing interviews off the side. So I'm to the point now where I can't show too much because I want to just reveal it in the final film. I'm on chapter 9. I could easily go to chapter 18. I'm about 6 videos behind. And I don't know. I don't know if I want to do the 6 I'm behind until I just do the whole film, because I don't want to show it all, because now it's getting good. It's getting good in that I'm not finding anything where I thought I would, but I'm finding, I jumped a black panther about a month ago. I came across it ran down a tree, and I'm told black panthers aren't here. Well, I freaking saw one.
Oh, no, they're here.
There is a black panther here.
And I wanted to ask you about that.
Yeah, someone goes, "Oh, was it just a big house cat?" And I went, "Well, I went, no, I'm 100% sure it was no house cat." And then my neighbor came out a couple days after it happened. I said, "Hey, what does your dog weigh?" And she goes, "It's like a little bulldog." She was 35 pounds. I went, "Oh, crap," because I was kind of leaning on the conservative side of 25 to 30 pounds. This thing was easy. And like I said, it ran down a palm tree. And in my video, I say, and I never produced this video yet, I say pine tree, and I said pine tree like 6 times. It ran down the pine tree. It's over there, like 50 yards. It ran down the pine tree. 70 feet up. It ran vertically down a tree about 30 feet, and about 20, 25 feet from the ground, it jumped off.
Damn.
And it was black. It was jet black. The tail was as long as a cat. Damn. It hit the forest floor. The palmettos was up at eye level, and it didn't move. It didn't run off. We couldn't get to it. It was too thick. And we were moving into a primitive camp area where we knew there was a primitive camp, and it's all flooded back there. And it was really weird because it didn't scare us, but it didn't run away. And it took me about 2 minutes to realize. I kind of went, "Hey, Brian." And he goes, "Yeah." And I went, "It hasn't moved." It's not running from us. It's watching us. So we stood there, moved back and forth for about 15 minutes looking for it, and never heard it move away.
Wow.
But it's in a really, really creepy area. And it's in an area where we're finding, if you've taken all the tracks, it'd be like, for me, take all the tracks you've ever seen in a year and throw them into one spot. And one day, in 7 hours, and every track you've ever seen is just boom, hog, deer, everything you can think of is there. Raccoon, everything. I mean, to the point on the trail, at one point on the trail, I went, "Man, this looked like there was just a massacre there." It's just like you have a double wide Jeep trail full of just freshly wet mud, not flooded at this point. And it's like you let 60 animals go and they all had to cross that mud. That's what it looked like. You couldn't even read it. And there were barefoot prints in there too. Now, I think someone just took off their boots and walked across of it. I don't think it's anything to do with Bigfoot. To me, they weren't freakish enough. They didn't have toes. Look, I have seen a lot of
the other way.
Yeah, I mean, unless it's really, unless someone goes out barefoot walking in the swamp and they got busted up feet and busted toe hanging another way and a heel that shoots off I don't really look at it, guys. I'm just like, I've seen too many people barefoot. I've had trail runners and other spots come by me wearing those the toe trail shoes.
Yeah.
Now those have a pattern in it, and normally you can tell, but
usually a logo.
On the bottom of the shoe. But I'm telling you, I'm freezing in my own studio. Hold on. I got to turn this air off. It is blowing right on me. I don't know where my control is.
World problems.
I'm shaking in here. It's so cold. But anyway, it's getting good. And I'm to a point where I feel like I should hold off and just finish the film. Start writing, finish it, produce my one epic, give my opinion on Bigfoot World, what's happening, why I did what I did, why I spent 3 years into it. I've always said from day one, I'm going to give it 3 years, and then I'm going to kind of push out. And so my 3 years is July next year. So July next year, I'm just going to be a guy in the woods enjoying nature, always walking around with 2 cameras and a recorder on my helmet. But I'm not going to be producing Bigfoot films, I don't think. I never wanted to be that guy.
Sure.
And I'm just going to be in the woods, you know, be ready.
Get to make a statement, you know, your way, and that's good, you know.
Yeah. But it's after 3 years, I think it's time to move on. If I can't figure it out in 3 years where I'm at, because I do feel like at any given point we can come across something, but it just hasn't happened yet.
Well, Matt, that's the one thing that I liked about you, and I know we've really never had a full-on conversation, but I remember watching the videos that you were putting out when you first started getting out there. The first time you heard a tree fall, I remember that video. You were in a park in Pinellas somewhere. There was a river out there. I mean, yeah. You've been doing this for a long time, so I think it's cool what you're doing, honestly.
Well, you know, and I wanted to take those videos off my channel because that was
those are your beginnings, man. But that's
it was my 17th. Yeah, it was my 17th video, and I remember I put a title slide up there saying, "Was I zapped?" You know, I actually put that on screen, and
I remember. I do,
and I'm not ashamed of it because we all grow through it. And
absolutely.
I kind of started over with the Corridor series. I think the Corridor series is when I said, okay, let's get real. Let's you know, I still have fun. I still fall off my bike. I still flip my kayak over whenever someone comes down. I still do stupid stuff, but
that would be me.
But I'm serious about the topic, and I make sure I don't say that was a Bigfoot. I just say, I believe, I think something's here. If something's in Florida, it's got to be here. And I'm just staying out of areas wherever the people are. So that's my strategy. I'm just, you know, if 100 people's in an area in the Ocala National Forest, I'm not going to go to the Ocala National Forest. There's just too much. There's too much hoaxing going on. There's too many barefooted hikers. There's, you know, I don't know.
It's not.
Well, I just think it's cool that you. Sorry.
That's okay. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I think it's cool that you're doing it. And like I said, I watched it back when you first started. That was around the time I was in the hospital a few years ago, and you were out there hiking the parks that I used to hike, and you know, I'd be out in Tampa on the weekends with my girls, and yeah, no, I remember the beginning days for you, and I think it's very cool and what you're doing now, where it's led you to, the path that it's leading you to, you know, very cool.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot happening. You know, there's enhancements going on with the TV.
Sorry.
Wow. I don't know if that means, but still, I don't know if that's at me or
no. Hold on. Should have unmuted. You there, Stevie? You there?
Yeah, I am now. We both muted at the same time. I tried. Sorry.
I'm like,
I was like, wow. Probably 6 motorcycles rode down right past me, all at the same time.
Well, believe me, I'll always be shooting footage and that sort of thing. But I'm not. My goal is not to have 500 videos on Central Florida Bigfoot channel. I mean, I'll leave it. I'm gonna clean it up. I'm gonna try to clean it up for other researchers. Like the owl bit Mogs you ran into. What changed it for me was about almost a year ago when I went out with a group of friends that I always used to go out with, and we ran across an owl that screamed like a man, and we all sat there and go, "Is this a bird?" And I said, "That's a bird, right?" And they said, "I think so." And then somebody else just let this narrative fly that it was, a Bigfoot moving around us. And then all of a sudden it got behind us, and I never saw it fly over us. And we were in a kind of a thin, real thin corridor. I mean, super thin, leading out into a bigger forest. And we hadn't even got to the bigger forest yet, but this thing was messing with our brains, and we all got sucked into it.
And I got sucked into it last night.
And then I saw that, and I did the same thing. I was laughing. The main reason I wanted to come on because I appreciated that, because we all do it. Everybody has a bias, and everybody in certain situations will do that. So that's why when I go out with Ron out in the green swamp, and he goes, "Hey, Matt, you want to drive in, a couple miles and then unload the boats and kayak out and then hide the boats and then walk in and just sleep in the swamp?" And I'm like, hell no. But I did it. And it was great. Only one thing happened, which was a deer came up and snorted at us. And I thought it was Ron blowing his nose. And it sounded like a man really just blowing his nose and letting it go. And the more I thought about it, it changed in my head and it became a bobcat or a panther. It was a cat. By morning, I had convinced myself, Ron, I thought you were blowing your nose, but it was a cat. We had a cat 40 feet from the camp. And it turned out I researched the sound and it was a deer.
Yeah.
So I figure stuff out.
But that's important.
I would just love to have that. Like a couple things that hasn't happened to me. I've never been bluff charged. I've never had rocks thrown at me. Other than that, I think I've experienced mostly everything else.
You've been screamed at?
Not screamed no, I wouldn't call it a scream. The closest was the barred owl that I could not figure out until I put in, I am not kidding, guys, 20 hours of researching. And I put in, I was just literally like, everyone is telling me this is probably a bird, but no, man, it was a Sasquatch imitating a bird. Come on, we all know that. And I put in there, owl screams like man. And I got 2 hits after like 20 hours. But until I put in that right combination and try this on your Google search, like whatever you said you thought you heard, Mog, use those words in your Google search.
I did.
And that's how I found that it was a barred owl. And I tell you, that call is not on the Merlin Bird app. It's not on in the Macaulay library. And my buddy Brian listened to it. He hadn't heard it because we met way after this. And I played it for him. And he goes, I never would have believed the whoop sounded like that. And I went, what are you talking about? That's not a whoop. And he thinks it's a whoop. So it's just...
See, I've been screamed at. I've been screamed at here, the Wekiva River Basin. And it sounded like it was 10 feet behind me. I turn around and there's nothing there. Nothing. And I'm feeling it coming through me and just in shock almost. And the only thought I had was run, run, run. I turned around and ran. To this day, that's all I remember. But I searched for years after that, trying to find any sound of any wildlife known to man, especially, zeroed in here in Florida, in Central Florida. And the closest I came to was a video that I heard on some channel was playing the audio of what they were claiming to be a Bigfoot scream. And it was the closest, not exact, but the closest that I had heard for years. Because that was actually the second time I've heard a scream similar to that. Identical, pretty much. And
for those of you who don't know what a barred owl sounds like, I did find this. I gotta wait for the ads. But no, it's just bizarre what they sound like.
But Matt, that's what led me to this community, finding everybody. I found Bigfoot Odyssey, Carrie,
I'm online, Beck. You want the whole?
I didn't know that they could make those noises.
Me either.
I put in bird that sounds like monkey, owl that sounds like monkey, and that's what came up. Barred owl. Because I listened to one earlier, and it didn't sound anything like that. And
see, I've heard that one a lot. I mean, that one at this point wouldn't throw me. The one I had, I wish I could find it fast enough for you, but it literally, in my mind, I could see an Indian back in the day making what it was doing. And it wasn't anything like a bird. And it wasn't until I think it was Leon told me it was a bird, Matt. And it was a couple times I really got mad at Leon. I mean, I really got mad. I think I probably told him to pack it. And I went, well, if it's a bird, Mr. Bird Guy, tell me which one it is. And he told me to do my own research.
Bird Guy.
Yeah, I mean, I really got mad, and it was kind of a part of the growing process that I had to go through. It takes a lot of time to do this. The videos take 20 hours to edit. It takes me a long time to go out there, and I had to decide: do I want to be a channel and come at you live every Saturday at 9? I love that part, but then I realized I couldn't get out. You can't do both.
It's a lot. Yeah.
Not now anyway. Maybe when I retire, but I still got a year or two.
No, but you're committed to it, so that's it's good. You have that.
I have the network of you guys and a few other people that I'll always be running cameras and recording and sharing stuff, but it's just not going to be open like this. I'll be in chats or I'll listen, and I pop in a few and listen to the channels I still like. And but it's just getting fewer and fewer and fewer with all the stuff going on and big expeditions that turn into big hoaxes. And there's one that's never been talked about that I know 100% myself it was a hoax. I got all the still photos from the video to prove that it's a hoax if I wanted to do that. But it's not what I'm about. But it was a big one. They charged thousands of dollars to go on it, and
wow.
it was a flat out hoax. And
local.
I could really drop that grenade at any time, but again, everybody has their own thing, and that's not why I came here to find Bigfoot. I came here to look at it, trying to be objective, and then the first year, you get sucked into the the whole narrative part. So anyway.
I thought it was funny that one of Cam's narrations, I don't remember if it was Steve Lilly or if it was one of D.A. Roberts' stories, but the storyline was that these people were hoaxing Bigfooters, and they got their comeuppance. Bigfoot took care of that. But it was weird. It was a weird how it was almost like he was calling out certain people in this storyline. It was pretty interesting.
I finally grew into the where I'm at now is that there needs to be people that call out people.
Absolutely.
I don't want to be one of those people. It's none of my business. I want to go about my business. But it's harder and harder for me to find the space to be in, because there's the entertainment space, and then there's the busting people's butt space, and then there's the people that actually go out and have a great time just being in with people. And I don't mind going on trips like that where you're just camping with 20 people and having a good time. But I just focus my time on what I could try to do. To put a period at the end of the sentence that Bigfoot is real, period.
I just want to mention, I agree that people should be called out, but it can be done in a respectful way, or, you don't have to attack somebody to call them out.
Right. And I think that's changing. I think we've seen a change. I think we've seen a calmer demeanor on that, and that's good to see. But in the end, I mean, you're worried about yourself and what you got going, and you have an awesome channel going, and I'm trying to switch and I never liked the term researcher. Brian and I normally say we're explorers. You know, we're just out there, and
I'm an enthusiast.
Yeah, and I should just go back and say photojournalist. I mean, I'm equipped if something happens to capture it, either audio or through film or photography. But that doesn't make me a researcher. You know what I mean? I'm not stopping it.
No, yeah, no, you're
measuring every tree. I'm not doing compass directions for bends and breaks. I don't care. I want.
Yeah, you're not taking hair samples. You're not doing. No. You're just
I could care less. Look, there's a big
more of an environmental study.
You know, here's the thing, Mogs. Look, there's a 3-inch clump of Bigfoot scalp stuck in the barbed wire fence. Okay, so what? Where are you going to send it? Who's going to look at it? Am I going to spend my own money? No. The only thing that matters to me is footage. I've said that from day one. That's all I care about. If you want my Bigfoot scalp, I'll collect it and send it to you. But I want nothing to do with it.
You know, Kerry kind of said the same thing at the 168.
Really?
He said, "I don't care if what they eat. I'm here to shoot footage."
Yeah.
And then he did it in whatever creative ways he could figure out how to shoot it, be it, you know, a drone or a rail that the camera moved up and down as he did his interviews. But yeah, he was like, "I'm here to shoot footage. I don't give a shit the mating habits of a Bigfoot or anything like that." You know, that was his goal, was to make a movie.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Richie has something in there. He goes, "Nope, I call out bullshit." And I get that. But what I do is just separate myself from the bullshit. Once I realized I was in the middle or getting close to bullshit, I just went the other way, because I'm on a timeline, and I'm on a mission. I have a goal, and I have a film I want to do. I want to do.
And you don't need the drama in the meantime.
Yeah.
Right.
So, Anita, how are you? Good to see you. There's a bunch of people I haven't said hi to. Squatchy Cowboy, what's up, Joe?
Hey, Joe.
NAC, what's going on? Hey, Jen.
You have a good group in here.
Always.
60 people watching, joining us.
Oh,
guys, anybody else wants to pop on? You guys want to, add to the chat and or join us here? The link is in chat, so feel free to click on that and join us.
Yeah, when someone else pops on and pop off, I just wanted to, you said come on. I wanted to.
Yeah, man, I wanted to see what you were up to and how.
I wanted to make sure
I'm glad you got us updated.
Yeah, I want to make sure you all didn't leave Florida before we go out. I do want to show you a couple areas I'm in so you can see what I'm talking about.
No, I'm going to be hopefully settling in. So
good.
I don't know. How far do you think Tavares is from Tampa, Stevie?
It's about a 2-hour drive.
All right.
It's more in the center of the state, right?
Yeah, Lake County.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. 2 hours max. But there's, you have the southeastern side of the Ocala Forest down there. I don't know much about the Ocala Forest. I mean, I was up there for the Bigfoot conference and walked through it.
I've camped and hiked out there a lot. And way back in the day when there was not even a thought of anything weird being out there. I was oblivious. I used to bring my girls out there. I camped out the southeastern part just a couple months ago by myself. And yeah, I like it out there. I do. But it goes to what you said. If there's 50 people out there walking around, you're not by yourself.
Right.
But there are places that you can go to get lost for sure in Ocala. But the Seminole State Forest and Ocala Forest is across this one lake. And that's where I camped out at. That area is pretty intriguing, for sure. You look on the maps and there's nothing out there. You might see a couple lakes. That's it. I mean, it goes on, connects to the Seminole Forest, which I didn't even know it existed for the longest time. And I worked for the county, Seminole County.
Oh, really?
Seminole State. Well, because I'm on the Wekiva State Forest side, so that's a little further north than where I'm at. But yeah, it's a whole new area to explore for sure.
I think this past 6 months or a month. I've had 6 people reach out in the last month. Correct that. 6 people in the last month have reached me through my email and telling me of sightings within 50 miles of Tampa. Yeah, within 50 miles of Tampa. That's an hour.
Wow.
And 4 of them are literally where I'm at, where I'm working, where I've targeted.
Why did you choose this area?
You know,
I mean, did you throw a dart?
No, no. I watched. If you all haven't seen it yet, look up the Florida Wildlife Corridor, and there's a gentleman photographer named Carlton Ward, and he's doing the whole bit on the Florida Panther now, and he's putting out camera traps and all sorts of stuff, and it's an amazing National Geographic documentary. Now, I have known of Carlton Ward probably for 15 years. I've known of him as a photographer, as a fellow art photographer. I had no idea he was into and a major player in the protecting the Florida Wildlife Corridor and what he's doing with the Panthers and the whole bit about the Panthers. There's a dividing line in the Everglades of there was a canal, a river, so to speak, that there were no known Panthers north of it. They couldn't cross it. And so they're talking about the underground bridges, the land bridges going over interstates and that sort of thing. And they've actually found Panthers now across that line farther than they ever thought them to be. Now,
Stevie caught one at where we filmed the 168, but it wasn't black, but it's still in the same family.
Well, it was a big cat.
Yeah, sure. I called the ranger on the Panther, on the Black Panther. I saw it, and I went to a high school where the mascot was the Black Panther, so I know what a panther looks like. I went to Plant High School, so here in Tampa, it's one of the oldest high schools in Tampa, and their mascot was the Black Panther. I called a ranger, and he goes, "Well, it doesn't surprise me." He goes, "Do you have footage of it?" And I went, "I think I do." And I was wearing a GoPro on my chest. But when I heard the break, my head went this way and my body stayed square and I missed it. So from that day on, which is about 4 months ago, that's why I wear the dumbass, goofy ass helmet now, is because you hear a break and you look, guess what? If you see it, your camera's got it. And so I got the GoPro off my chest. So I'm still learning best practices.
Like what I got was I got 4 seconds of the back end of a big cat walking probably 20 feet from me, and it just in the tree line. I didn't even know it was there. I didn't see that footage until 3 months later when I was clearing out photos. I was taking photos of just this little dark spot in the entranceway. It was a game entrance into the brush, and accidentally took a video, 4-second video. You can hear it stepping away. I didn't hear anything that day. I'm sitting there 20 feet from where it was at, and I didn't hear anything. I saw the video and I was like, oh my God, look at this shit. I sent it to him. I'm like, wow, right there, oblivious to it.
That's the thing, is I have hours and hours of footage of these films that I haven't put together yet, that I used to scrub them pretty much. I mean, I would, I'm doing things like running camera when we bike and we stop and we eat lunch. I take my helmet off and I put it on my bike, or I put it on a log, and I'm aimed in a direction where I have 100-yard little shooting alley, right? And I let that camera run for 30 minutes. And all I do is I get back to the edit studio, and I throw that clip in there, and I just run the slider back and forth. And I look between this tree and run the slider back and forth. Look through this tree, run the slider back and forth. And looking for movement and to see if anything crossed those shooting alleys. I'm just doing stuff like that. Like when Brian and I ride now, I'm in the lead. I have a front-facing camera. He's wearing his back. So the next video I put out will be a front and backwards facing video of us going down a trail covering 10 miles, and we're running front and back camera.
That's cool.
we're just throwing everything at it. I mean, everything we can, and that's all anyone can do. But we're not getting anything. So
yeah,
but
right.
It could be. Guess what? There are no Bigfoot in my area. It doesn't mean there's no Bigfoot. It's just not in my area. I would be surprised. I think they'd be in my area before they'd be in where most groups seem to be looking.
Oh, I'm just living true to my name. Better late than never.
Exactly. But real quick, and we'll let you go. Moji asked me why I picked this area, and I really think that following the river and the river corridor and being close to the river is key to everything, because you can't move through Florida from forest to forest without hugging the river. And there's a half mile, 2 mile, 3 mile on each side of the river running all the way through every forest line you connect. So if you take a look at Florida and break it down like that, that's why I work the corridors. It's not a corridor. A corridor isn't a certain spot. It's everyone in Florida has a corridor. And I just think they should be focusing on the corridor. I think it's going to be close to the river. I've even heard Doug Hychek say he thinks it's going to be within 75 yards of the river. Now, I don't know why, I would bring up Doug, but I just think it's going to be close to the river. I just think
I think you're right in my sense, because like I said before, I'm in the Wekiva River Basin, and that's where I experienced my scream. And I've heard other stories online. There's a BFRO report that just not even a mile from where I was screamed at. It just seems like that's the perfect area. Like you said, it's that corridor of the Wekiva River.
When you heard your scream, when they heard your scream, were they screaming, "Party your body"?
Oh Lord!
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
No, Paulie heard his name and figured he'd pop on.
Yeah,
because the town I'm moving to is the same as his last name.
That's right.
Never.
He still can't pronounce it.
That's okay. I only pronounce my name right on one day a year. It's on Cinco de Mayo. I put a Z on the end of my last name, and I'm Tavares. So technically, I can claim I'm Spanish.
I like that.
Silly.
Yeah, they pronounce it Tavares here.
Oh, we don't. Tavares. Oh, Tavares is actually a place in Florida, right? I think my grandfather went there and said, "I will take off my sandals and call this Tavares," and he did. I don't know.
Oh God.
They're into planes and boats over there, though. I know that.
Yeah.
Seaplanes.
Yeah, they need to bring some northern flavor. They need chorizo and a few other things, and they will really be Portuguese at that point. But how you all doing?
We're good.
Good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Keep them busy.
Yeah, I gave up the homeless looking, I looked like I was homeless. Shaved my beard. All of a sudden, they're like, "Oh my God, you have a home. You don't need food. Give my money back."
Mimi's World, welcome. Good to see you. Yes, Tavares is the county seat of Lake County.
Yeah.
I work next to the courthouse and just in that general area. Helton, how are you? Good to see you. So when's your next outing? When are you going out next, Matt?
Well, we're still trying to retrieve the camera. So we've been out 3 times and have failed all 3 times. We go out thinking it'd be better next week, and what was 60 feet last week is now about 140 feet. And the bikes are like 70 pounds loaded down. So we took waders with us, and then I went, I don't know, man, carrying 2 bikes over 140 feet totally loaded. If you stumble or do anything, you drop those back gears in there with the loader. I don't want to. I'm on a fat tire Jupiter bike. It's a
fat tire.
What is it called? It's called the Defiant. Is a bike I have, and it's a $1,400 bike. So I'm not gonna I'm not gonna drop it in 2-3 foot of water trying to wade across in waders.
No.
I also wouldn't want to wear waders. You know,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I said I also wouldn't want to wear waders and be a teabag for leeches that are just going to make their way in there. And so just join the party, guys.
Yeah, so I think we're going to try to go out this weekend, and there's one other option. You know, I told you there are some exit roads. I don't think that's an option because I Googled who lives in houses. Oh my God. So I think we're gonna. I think we're gonna go. I think we're gonna go across to the side we need to be on, meaning we're gonna get wet, probably up above our waist. But it's a safe road because I know where we're crossing is like a ford, you know, where the river runs across the road, and it's built to do that, and it's gravel and rock and it's solid. We're going to go across there. We're going to get to the other side. I think we're just going to have to hike in following the river and kind of blast our own trail because it's only 2 miles that way. So we should be able to do 2 miles down and 2 miles back, but there's no trail.
Yeah. Bushwhacking in Florida is
tough.
It's rough.
No, I'm not going to bushwhack. I wouldn't do that. I mean, I don't like cutting stuff. We're pretty.
No, just trailblazing. I mean, just going into this stuff. It's so thick. I did a 20-minute video yesterday I filmed, and I was going to download it, but I almost got motion sickness. And it was a walk that I did in the woods, you know, and how thick it is in here.
Dude, it was gnarly. It was gnarly. What are you, JOJ, homie? You just off the jet. Holy shit. You're in the perfect environment.
I mean, you got a
petri dish for like growth. You know what I mean? Florida's warm. It's moist. You know what I mean? A lot of humidity.
You got to figure most of the game trails are tunnels almost because the brush is so thick, and depending on the size of what's going through there, you know, a lot of it is, yeah, you can see a game trail and not even be able to do it.
Yeah, good luck following a herd of fucking woodchucks. I'll tell you that right now. You'd be crawling.
I saw a herd of pigs the other day, or what do you call them? What do you call it? Pack?
Yeah, Paulie was here.
I don't know what you call them.
Pigs.
I saw them out there in the back.
Hey, how
one night
today, really? How intrusive are hogs? They're really intrusive. They destroy stuff, man.
Oh yeah, but all over the United States, they're just destroying crops. You know, I could take the camera right out behind the house and show you where they've been rooting, or you know, just tearing up shit-eating roots.
Hey, we got. I'll tell you a funny story. Right? I was hanging out on the porch the other night with my girlfriend, and it was like 3 a.m. We got up early, decided to make me some bacon and eggs and some toast and all that stuff, right? So we go on the deck to smoke a butt, right? And there's this orange and white cat. He looks like his name is Milo, but it's not Milo. But I call him Milo. His name's really Freddy. So when I go Milo, he doesn't look at me like fucking cat. Anyway, dude, he looks at me the other day, right? He's right behind my truck. He looks at me. I'm like, hey, Milo, how you doing? He scratches in the ground and drops a deuce right there and then walks away. He's like, I'll give you Milo. There you go, right there.
That was my load.
That's my load. Good job, Russ. Good job.
Vaughn, how are you?
I swear the cat's deaf. I swear I was giving him sign language and everything. He's like, don't bother me. I'm mid-deuce.
Sign language.
like cats understand. What the fuck is wrong with me? Well, let us not begin to diagnose that. He's a good-looking cat, though. And I must say, he drops an epic deuce.
Where's Mr. Lee tonight?
I don't know. I hope he's all right.
I can tell you where he's at right now. I currently have GPS on Mr. Lee's cell phone, and he is at the Blue Oyster Bar. like he's filming.
Yeah, that's usually he'll even give a heads up if he's not going to be here.
Right.
Which one does he wear? The assless chaps or the leather vest? I need to know. And does he wear the hat?
I think he wears them all.
Dude, you want to laugh? I went into Target the other day, right? And they have this alternative lifestyle section. So they have all these shirts that support, alternative lifestyle. Nothing that I have anything against that. But I saw the coolest shirt that says super queer and had rainbows and Chinese stars coming out of it. How badass is that? And then the rug and the carpet right where that section is says the queerest place in town. I'm like, oh yeah.
I don't shop Target.
Yeah, me either anymore.
No.
Unless I
I
can get
never
that.
liked the way the store was set up. I've been in one three times. That was it. I was like,
unless they get that T-shirt in a 3X and in lime green, I'm not wearing it.
Patrick Vaughn says all Paulie needs is a cape.
Oh, guaranteed. With an SQ on it. He just wants to see me in tights. He ain't fooling nobody.
Why do I believe that?
Hour and 11 minutes.
Oh, God. I just ruined this whole thing. I'm sorry, guys.
Of course.
Not at all.
Actually, okay. I'm gonna tell you something about Patrick Vaughn that none of us know, but I think I know. Patrick, he's a woods guy. You know what I mean? He's out there. He's a hunter. He does his thing. I may not agree with all the things he does, but you know what? He puts his time out there, so you give him his due. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that are out there. They can sit on the couch and go, yeah. I was fighting all these spiders and cobwebs, and I got bit by a tarantula and a scorpion at the same time. I'm sure he's a pop shot too. He's from down south. You know, the good old boys don't play, man. You got to follow around. You know how to use it. So,
yeah, that's probably a good guess.
Yeah, no, and there ain't nothing wrong with that. God bless him, man.
Well, if somebody wants to jump on, I can jump off. I'm getting a wide eye anyway.
There he is.
Better than the stink eye.
There's Lee.
Hey, there you are.
Mr. Lee showed up.
Everything that's made.
Dude, we want
everything.
We want a body cam on that guy like a cop with where he goes and what he does. I'm telling you right now.
I've known Mr. Lee a couple of years now, and he still has not changed that bandana. That's really weird.
He can't.
Oh.
He can't.
Like once he put that photo there, he couldn't take it off. He couldn't remove it.
I'm going to tell you what.
Yeah. He like photoshopped the bandana.
Yeah, dude.
And
this ain't no bullshit. Mr. Lee puts that on and there's Bette Midler in the background. Mogs, you have a wind beneath my wings.
Hey, I saw her live. She was actually really good.
I know she is very talented.
Did
you? She had an amazing voice.
Yeah, it was a good show.
I'd hate to be her Taylor, but she can sing.
Yeah.
Patrick says, I got bit on my junk by a spider once. The swelling was concerning. And fascinating at the same time.
Apparently, it bit him in the head.
And the doctor said, you're going to die.
Just kidding.
I ain't sucking the venom out of that.
No.
It's knowing
in a delicate spot. Where's Mr. Lee when you need him?
You know, I had someone visit Florida, not to name the names, Mike Ann, and I told him that story in the woods, and he was hook, line, and sinker all the way. And I said, man, this guy. I said, you got to be really careful. You're stepping over those logs, man. You got to at least look over there, you know. And he's wearing, I think they were sneakers that day. I don't even think he had he always wears tactical boots. He had boots on, but they were low cut. I said, you got to really look. I had a buddy, you know, he stepped over there and snake just bit him right in the junk. He had to call the doctor and everything, and he was laying down in pain. He went over there. So I did the whole joke. And what did the doctor say? He goes, you're going to die, because he was told to suck the venom out. So instead, he just says, "You just
No
die."
chance.
And I think Mike looked at me like I still don't know to this day if he really ever heard it, but he gave a good laugh. But I know the other guy I was with who I thought had heard that joke did. He actually thought it was funny.
Can you see Mr. Lee in the emergency room? We need suction stat. We need suction stat. Oh God. I'm gonna lose 2 more subscribers after this fucking show, but hey, anyway. Let's make it an even 20. What the fuck?
Shh, that's my whole strategy.
Wow.
I've been locked out of YouTube for 2 weeks because I got a new phone and couldn't figure out how to turn this fucking shit on. And then finally I got drunk and I was like, oh, this is how you do it.
Oh, now I remember.
Here I am.
I don't know why Patrick wants me to get chased, man. I can't run. I got bad knees. That's a mean thing to say.
Bring your electric bike.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Hey, mine hit 28 miles an hour. You know what that feels like on a rutted road?
Oh,
I guarantee you can't hang on to it.
You better hope there's a seat under your ass or it's gonna hurt. I'm gonna tell you right now.
I'm still learning how to stop without falling off. They're a blast. I tell you, if y'all haven't explored on e-bikes, and you're missing a boat cool, because you can do so much more. You can do so much more.
So
I see a lot of people come off the trail.
They say they can go 22 miles an hour. With my fat ass on it, I'm thinking like maybe 13, 14. They're like, dude, fatty, walk, get off me.
Get off the size.
Mine would do 27 miles an hour with you.
Nice. That thing must have that electronic turbo on it.
Yeah, it's a 750. It's a 750 on it, so it's a good battery.
Nice.
Yeah, I just don't want.
Yeah, I see a lot. I see a lot of people come off the trail. Near my office, it's kind of it's a bathroom stop, off the Wekiva Trail. I see the e-bikes all the time, so I kind of look at them. I'd like to have one, but
Stevie, are they using the Bigfoot Porta Johns?
No, they I have an office right off the trail. I know you're being funny, but
no, I'm just I've always said this. It's amazing that we can't see these guys, right? They're like 10 feet tall. They can run 100 miles an hour like they're a fucking Flash. Where the fuck they take a shit?
In the woods, next to the bear.
Like a bear.
Right.
Hey, they don't go to the grocery
fluffy
store
bunnies
either.
as toilet paper.
They don't go to grocery store either. How the hell do they trip Mozambique?
Hey, Stevie, text me and I'll give you a couple clips. I'll point you to a couple clips of our bikes.
Cool.
Yeah, I have the full saddlebags on mine, so I can have pretty much a 3-day gear out.
That food and all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
That's food. I can put boots, bike cover, saddlebag cover in one bag. I can have food, thermos, and everything else in the other bag, and then my backpack it clips off in 4 clips super fast. Becomes a backpack, and you're off, and the other bags still stay connected to the bike.
That better have one of them membranes you put in the back with the mouthpiece that goes to Camelback. You better have one of them in there too.
No, we got the little emergency straw.
Well, that's okay, man. Juice boxes are good too. Juicy juice always helps.
I tell you, the day we put the camera out there, it was about 2:30 when we got there, and we still had to go back. And I didn't know how long it'd take to go back. And Brian said, "We may be sleeping out here tonight." And I went, "If we're sleeping out here tonight, you're calling my wife, not me."
And you better have your own tent, dude.
I carry one of those goes over your body to your waist, one of those bug nets.
Oh, sure. You need them down there. Yeah, shit, yeah.
Yeah, I have, dude, I am like Mr. Survivor, man. I got everything in my pack. Okay, I carry too much pack. I really do. But anyway,
I don't know anything about that.
It's funny up in New England because when you're here, right, and the mosquitoes actually get out of the larva stage and they pop out there, it's like looking at Rodan. You know what I mean? They're like, dude, they'll pick up a Volkswagen and drop it on you and then eat you.
And it's only the females that bite you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Matt. No, thanks for stopping in, man.
No, I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's very good to see you.
Forward to your project being done in a year from July.
Yeah.
Well, that's when hopefully.
Well, that'd be the last day of filming. I'm not sure if I have the film done then or if I need another year, 6 months to do that. But I want to put together something nice for you guys, so it'd be good. It won't be disappointing.
Matt, I know we've never met, but continued success and please be safe out there. We're looking to the end result. We want to see the finished footage where Moog pops out in a bandana and goes, "Mr. Lee, I'm here."
Well,
rips off his T-shirt like Hulk Hogan.
I'll tell you what, Paulie. When I get my footage, it's not like I'm just going to stop and run to the movie theater with 3 minutes of film and never show anything else I did in the 8 months prior. Okay,
dude, it only takes me 3 minutes to eat the bucket of fucking popcorn.
Well, that's a sneak preview to my PG wrap up. So we'll talk to you guys later.
Matt,
good
talking
to
you.
See you, Matt.
Take care.
Take care, Matt. Thanks again. That was interesting. I think we pressed the button at the same time.
And then there were 3.
No, that was cool. That's a good project he's got going on. I'm excited to see the end result.
Oh yeah, dude, totally, man. We want to see people do good, go out there, have fun, be safe, and bring back, usable footage that, for all of us that are out there. And I'm on team. Yeah, they're real, but there's some people that straddle the fence. I mean, they much like the points in the fucking pooper, but I mean, hey, whatever it is, it is. I mean, it's either you believe or you don't. So.
Yeah, he's like I get it being more about
legit. Moogs, legit.
I talk.
Sorry, I just flushed the toilet underneath me right now.
Is that what that was?
Yeah, sorry. I think that brown trout went into my buddy's kitchen.
So, guys, anybody wants to jump on? There's still we still have a little over about 37 minutes left. The link is in chat. Thank you, Miss Dill. Since Mr. Lee wasn't here, I know you were busting your buns.
I know.
Thank you,
Taking
Dilly.
care of business.
She always does. She always does.
By the way, Miss Dill rocks.
Yes, she does.
Mr. Lee, part-timer. He's like, hey, I'm 65. What do you want me to do? I can only make so much money.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try to hook up with Jay tomorrow. See what he's up to.
That's cool.
Well, I gotta go up there anyway.
Is he bringing the recliner like a hover round? That thing. He could be chillaxing while he's driving around.
Just cruising around.
Yeah, there you go.
It won't be long before I get to hang out with Jay.
Hey, he's got the little things on the end like it's a snowplow. Hitting it.
I'll come visit. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Jay's from where I'm looking to move. Jay is 5 miles away.
Where are you looking to move, Russ?
Is it that far?
Tavares.
You're
actually,
moving into my neighborhood. Wait, you're gonna walk in to go to town council? Yeah,
I think that's Eustace.
Might be Eustace.
I think.
Well, just don't use my name in Tavares because I'll tell you get the fuck out.
The same general area.
They don't even want me there, and I'm family.
4 miles, Jay said.
4 miles.
Okay.
Yeah, we hung out the other day, had lunch. It was cool. This time, Paulie.
Where'd he go?
Huh? Push the wrong button. That's all right. But yeah, guys, anybody wants to join us, feel free. We look forward to talking to new people. We encourage it, you know.
Right.
Everybody wants to meet. So Mimi's World. I'm near Claremont. Very cool. We have a place in Claremont too, the company I work for. And
that's the other place.
Yeah, Claremont, Cape Canaveral.
Cape Canaveral. Crystal River.
And Cabarrus. Yeah, but I think that might be in Eustis. I'm pretty sure.
I think it is. Yeah. But it's amazing how it goes from Tavares to Eustis to Umatilla, like within 4 miles of each other. Just depends on what side of the lake you're on.
Kathy Zabreski, good to see you. Or Broski. Zabreski. Tomato.
Lee, you missed everything.
Mineola. Everything, Mr. Lee. Everything. See?
Yeah. Mimi's World is Bobby Yance. She got locked out of her account.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yep.
What'd you do, Bobby? Locked out or kicked out?
Right.
Excuse me. I didn't realize that. Right on.
Well, I didn't want to say because I didn't know.
New names in here stand out like, sore thumb.
I didn't want to say it because I didn't know if she wanted everybody to know, and then I saw Dill wrote it, so. Yeah, Bobby's out there on the other side of Lake Apopka.
Excuse me. Anybody see my tonsils there?
Pretty much.
Not the company. I'm just, tired.
Long days.
Well, you know what it is? It used to be I would have coffee before a show. I'd have coffee, drink. I haven't had coffee on a show in weeks.
Yeah, I noticed that. Now I'm the one drinking it.
Oh, and it's not that I'm against coffee or anything. I don't know. I haven't paid attention if I'm sleeping better now. I don't know.
Naps, maybe. Bobby, I'm still in Altamont. Well, Longwood.
Think air is free. Buy a bag of chips.
I know. I saw that.
And with that is the link. So if anybody's looking to click on the link, look for that. This Dill is putting it out there.
So apparently Lee put out a short today. That's what people in chat are saying.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
First one?
Yeah. Well, I'm guessing. I don't know. Considering he was late, he hasn't really said a whole lot in chat except for he's late. No, I'm just kidding. Right on, Helton.
Let's see what comes up.
Helton, I live in Longwood and work in Altamont. For now. Hopefully I'll retire soon.
I'm your 82nd subscriber. I've been to your channel. I mean, I knew, but updated today. What did you post today, Mr. Lee? Is that the Laurel and Hardy one? Dude, you got some good stuff on here, Mr. Lee. Some good music. Right on. Well, now I'm subscribed.
I've been subscribed to Mr. Lee.
I didn't even think about it.
Well, when he first came on the show, and then he put out the trailer. I think it was when he put the trailer out. That's when I said.
Miss Dill says, Mr. Lee is hanging with Tom Cruise and other Hollywood stars now. We are beneath him.
Right. We get 5 minutes of his time.
Do you have helicopter problems? Just couldn't get here. Miss Dill says, like, sub, and blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Push those buttons. So, yeah, guys, we still got 30 minutes.
Sharon, good night. Good to see you.
Take care, Sharon. And the other Sharon, yes, I got that, and it wouldn't download or whatever. I will try again. She sent a video, and I was like, didn't do anything. So I will try again later. Wouldn't load or whatever. I don't know why.
Helton, then you know exactly where I am. I'm sorry. I was reading Helton's comment.
Palm Springs Drive. I know where that is.
Why more?
Yeah. Right on.
Small world.
NAC says, Mogs, how close to that seaweed blob to you? Oh, that's what the fuck is it called?
Where is that? I mean, I know it's.
I don't know. I forget what it's called. Sargassum. Sargassum. That's the name of that grass that forms that big seaweed that was coming up the coast. I don't even know where it is.
I don't either.
I'm worried about like red tides and shit, not seaweed. But it does. It moves every year it comes up. But this year was supposed to be really a really big bloom coming up from, I don't even know where it started.
I don't know, across the ocean somewhere. Don't have to worry about it in the lakes.
No, or like, what do you call it? The damn barnacles. You don't get those on boats over there. You get seaweed and shit, or moss or grass and what do you call it?
Just got to watch the amoebas and bacteria in the water.
It's not the little things I'm worried about. It's the bigger things like the gators and.
Oh, yeah, that too. But the bacteria is what sent me to the hospital that time.
I know. Sure. You feel really good about that.
No, why? It wasn't your fault.
Oh, there's a flesh-eating bacteria in the sargassum? Jeez.
That's lovely.
Stay away from the water, Stevie. You can't afford to do anything else.
I don't have to worry about my legs.
Apparently it eats through titanium, too. Excuse me.
Actually,
if somebody knew and just like
I know
heard me say that, they'd be like, "What?"
I know, right?
I'm sure somebody got offended. I can't believe he just said that to her.
Really? I'm surprised I didn't think of it first.
Ida Bustamante, have a great night. Great to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Good night, Ida.
Sweet dreams.
Nothing is impossible, huh? Try slamming a revolving door.
Yeah. Clever.
Right.
Donald Fuller, how are you? I know there's a bunch of people I had missed.
Anita. She said that darn titanium bacteria.
What else? Oh man, a lot of water is repeating on me. That makes no sense.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Well, maybe it was that one little slice of pizza I had.
Ah. That might have something to do with it.
It was a small slice. I mean, it was, but yeah, probably. Who else?
Lee wants to know if we could start again. That's okay, Lee. I was late too. I was.
On. Let's see. 3, 2, 1. Hey, what's up, everybody? Mogi Monster here, and welcome to Why the Fascination, or WTF as we like to call it. We're going to start over because Mr. Lee had his head up his ass and, couldn't figure it out. So, welcome.
Oh, wow. Everybody's like, what? What just happened?
Oh, yeah.
Hi, everybody. There's still a couple out there that's like, what the hell just happened?
Oh, shit.
Like Michael Haywood said, somebody just had their mind blown. A few people, I'm sure. Oh, that was good.
Show Mr. Lee's trip. I don't know which. I have the old one. I don't have. Let's see. See if I can find it.
Mr. Lee says, okay, so we have 2 hours starting from now. Question mark. I guess that was a question, but
I'm looking for that trailer.
If Lee came on, then it would go longer.
I don't know where that trailer is right now. I thought it was here.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. That's odd. I thought I had that damn thing.
You do, somewhere.
Somewhere. I just don't know how to access it. It's been a while, so I forgot. Maybe Thursday.
Right.
Where are we at?
Everybody's still talking about starting the show over.
Mr. Lee's like, can we just start over? Okay.
Yep. No, that was perfect.
Yeah. Can't say I don't do anything for you, Mr. Lee. I started the damn show over for you.
Right.
Anita, good to see you. No, I need to just go through the whole shit again.
Right. Say hello to everybody.
I forgot I can enlarge this. I'm squinting, but all I have to do is enlarge the screen a little bit and I can see again.
I'm just reading chat. Sorry.
So am I. Mr. Elite was an amazing start. Everyone in chat jumped on at the same time. Couldn't hear anything because we all talked at once. That's awesome. See what you missed today.
Helen says, call Matt and tell him to get him back on. Doing it again. You know why I hesitated? That stupid heart is blocking the last part of that again. Remember what I was telling you before?
The test run. You got to come back and do it again. You still got that heart and.
Yes.
That's weird.
Drives me crazy. It just covers the last part of the last post. Can't see through it.
Acid reflux. Take 1 shot of apple cider vinegar a day. I do have apple cider vinegar sitting over there. Miss Dill, thank you very much. Glad you're loving your job, by the way.
Right.
I think it's gonna, I'm there. I'm gonna grow with it, with the company once they move over to if they do the new marina. It's an old marina they're gonna redo, I think, or something like that. They're gonna take over a marina. I just think it'll be cool, Right now we're in a marina where, like, let's say there's 100 slips, we take up 3 of them,
Right.
I think smaller would be better and more intimate, for, a business. But what do I know?
It's a cool job, though. It really is.
Well, I mean, I get to drive over to get gas.
Boat ride. A boat ride is a boat ride.
Like that one gentleman said that the boat wouldn't go on plane. The boat goes up when you start, and after a while it'll settle in, and then you can back off the throttle. But it's got to get up on plane, and this guy was like, "Oh, it wouldn't get up on plane," and
he just wasn't giving it enough. Yeah.
He was there. I got it up on plane.
Yep. Easily too. I was surprised because of how he stressed that him and his wife both that they couldn't get it.
I just don't think they waited long.
Yeah, they didn't give it enough.
It has to get up to speed before it'll settle back in.
As soon as you got up to speed, it just immediately started going back down. We both looked at each other like, well.
No, I know, and I'll tell the next guy, hey, just make sure when you get on it,
yeah,
it'll come down on plane. Just.
And it's all those little things you'll recognize as it goes along.
Lucy, come here. That's my cue. Shit, Stevie, hang on. You got this?
I guess. Sure.
Somebody want to come on? I can't. You just no. Don't everybody come on right now. I gotta go let this dog out because.
Go get her.
She will smell like she's standing. All right, let me. What am I trying to do? Oh, that's why I can't find it. I minimized my. All right, I'll be back.
We're taking over the world. And all I'm doing is following you guys in chat, so talk to me. Does anybody know how to get rid of this heart thing? I thought I saw earlier on chat, somebody said something about it. Right, Jay. See, Jay, you should have hopped on here with me before he jumped to go let Lucy out. keto for life. Yeah, so anybody know how to get rid of it? I know it's new. I know that YouTube just added that and a couple of other changes they made. Like, have you noticed where when I go onto the show, you click on chat, live chat, it says that this bar is moved, and all it is just right below it. So it's kind of weird that they switched that. Yeah, it was like a week or two ago. Oh, wait. I must have misread that. Can't be removed. Yeah, I hate it because you can't read the last part of the last person wrote something. Yeah, you're right, Miss Dill. It's the heart from hell. Sorry, guys, I'm just reading along with you. All right, somebody say, tell a good joke. Dill, somebody. Oh, I got you, Jen. Yeah, I was half paying attention. I was trying to get on. I tried to connect my earbuds so that, like last week, Thursday, y'all heard all the wind and the frogs and every little last sound out here. So I was going to come on with earbuds, and they work great. But as soon as I hit StreamYard to jump on, my earbuds disconnected, and I couldn't get them back on. And I sat over by the pier, and the wind was kicking up again. You heard frogs, so I just jumped in my truck. I missed probably the good first 20 minutes or so of the show. And then I didn't want to interrupt Matt and Mogs because they were having a good conversation. So yeah, I was late too. Kind of half paying attention to chat as I was trying to figure it out. You're back.
Yeah, sorry guys, I had to let her out. And I don't know why. She's my little dog. She's 13, 14. I don't know how fucking old she is.
Yeah.
But she's drinking a lot of water and peeing a lot. So she gets me up at 3 a.m. every night now.
We were talking about the heart thing.
Anybody figure out how to get rid of it?
No, Dill just said that she Googled how to try to remove it and didn't find anything.
I just heard all the dogs go out, but Lucy just went out. She did pee, so
that's good.
Yeah, Lucy's been having accidents in the house, so that's why I worry. I think that's why I looked up. I was like, "Why is my dog drinking so much water?" And
I know.
None of it was good.
Jen just
thirsty, but why? But
Jen just said she might be diabetic, Mogs.
Yeah, there's a whole list of things that could be wrong. She has lost some weight. She looks good, but she's getting up there.
Oh, she is. She's an old lady.
That dog has been through some shit.
Since I've known her.
Yeah. But the Arizona, she's an Arizona dog. But she lived in Wisconsin. She went through like a brutal winter.
Freezing. Yeah.
Freezing stuff. I mean, I did the best I could to keep her warm. I mean, I put a heater in her little pen, but Then I had one of those collars shock collars that had a boundary, wireless boundary, and she blew right through that.
I can see her doing that.
She was running through a cornfield.
Oh, wow.
At least she came back. Oh, so many times that dog has gotten away, and what happens is Lucy gets out,
and Maya goes with her.
Maya follows. Maya will go to protect her and just go with her. Lucy's never gotten out without Maya.
Well, when we were up on the room, Maya found her, helped find her.
Yeah, Lucy would wander off. We're like, where the fuck? Wait, shit.
That was cool to see, though.
Find her, and I took Maya out, and I was like, go find Lucy. And she wandered around. Sure enough, found her.
Yep. That was cool to watch because took you right in the direction that you found her in, and it took a little bit, but she found her.
Butter, lots of pee. I had 2 diabetic dogs. It's all in the signs. Well, I'll have to see what, take her to a vet. But in the meantime, I got to cater to her, and if she barks to go out, she'll get up on the bed and she's small, so she can't jump up on the bed.
Yeah.
She's old. But she'll get up on her, right next to me and start growling at me. You'll hear this, and then if I ignore her, then she starts to bark. So then I got to get up. And it's usually 3 o'clock in the morning. But Jay says men and women text differently. Men type, hope you had a great day. Women type 14 paragraphs and 250 words minimum. That their day sucked. Men respond. Okay.
That's the damn truth.
It is.
It is. I know.
But I've seen it go both ways, Where the other person is like, I give 1-word answers, or if that's why I use voice, because I don't want to type. I don't, like you read all that, okay. You hit the nail on the head, Jay.
Right?
Well, I was hoping I gotta close the door. I was hoping Lucy was coming up, but
my chat keeps going out.
What does?
My chat, I'm losing signal.
Oh, bad signal.
Yeah, and it goes out, and then it kicks back to top messages, so I got to switch it to all messages, and then I forget, and I'm wondering why chat's not moving at all.
Where are we at? Oh, geez, we're already almost 2 hours.
Already there. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, guys, I think we're gonna. 6 minutes. I thought it was an 8. We'll end this soon.
Unless somebody jumps on.
Yeah, there's still time for that.
Yeah.
Jen says, yeah, the chat era has been bad last few weeks.
That's it. That's what I get is that error.
Huh.
Usually comes back on after a few seconds, sometimes longer, but each time it happens, it kicks it back to top chat. It's annoying. Between that and the heart.
We've established that, Mr. Lee.
Yes.
Everything.
The beauty of that, he can go back and watch when it's done.
And the only thing missing is you, Mr. Lee.
And me for the first 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, but I knew you were coming back. I figured you'd come back.
I tried getting those earbuds to work. Every time I connect to StreamYard, it would
just kick
click off the Bluetooth. Yeah, it's weird.
That's weird. I wonder why.
I'm not sure. I had them connected to my phone that one night. They were fine, but who knows?
All right, let's land this plane. as somebody likes to say.
I was going to say.
And he didn't show up. I haven't seen Jeff tonight. Did he pop in?
I haven't seen him. Not at all.
Huh.
Odd.
And now I realize it at the end of the show. I'm like, hey, wait.
You're right. That was good to see Matt on there. That was cool.
Yeah, it's been a while. I'm glad he stopped in.
And Paulie, this goofy self as always.
Yeah, that was an interesting combination, Matt and Paulie.
Right. I was wondering how long Matt was going to hang out with Paulie.
Like, yeah, I gotta go.
No, he hung in there for a while. That was cool.
Hey, I'm glad. I'm looking forward, like I said, to what he's putting out.
I've seen some of it so far, but
probably it'll be probably about 18 months, hopefully. Something will be put out.
Yeah, Beeline, I think, had a pacemaker put in maybe sometime this past week.
Oh, really?
So prayers to be. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, prayers to be. Beeline. Heal quick. All right. Pretend to behave until Thursday. All right, Stevie. We're gonna end this.
Say good night. Good night, everybody. Good to see everyone. See y'all Thursday for sure. And I will. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you know what? I got that. I forgot all about it.
Tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow.
Tomorrow night, I am participating in the semifinals of the karaoke contest I entered, and I also have my roommate downstairs, Erica. She's in it too. She's going to the semifinals, and I like to film it, but I think I'll wait to hopefully I make it to the finals.
You'll make it to the finals, and I'll film it then, because I'll be there for the finals.
Well, here's to hoping.
You will. Pretty sure.
I'm going to put you backstage.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Thanks, Stevie.
Thank you.
See you in a minute. Oh, my pleasure. All right, guys. Thank you all for showing up tonight. Matt, good to see you. Looking forward to, the future and your movie, your production. That'd be really cool. Elton, if I can, yeah, I will. The semifinals. Yeah. I was worried about the sound quality if I record with the phone or, but I don't know. I think the phone worked pretty good the one time. Also, Paulie, thanks for hanging out. Really appreciate it. My mods, you guys are awesome. Mr. Lee, glad you're okay. And no, I'm not singing that song. I have no idea what I'm singing. I'll figure it out when I get there. It's like I have some songs in mind, but we'll see. All right, guys. Like I said, if you enjoyed tonight's show, please hit that like button below. If you're new, subscribe. What else? Subscribe. Oh, yeah, leave some comments. I love getting comments. And listen to Miss Still. Pick up your crap on the way out. Don't forget to shut off the lights. All right, guys. We'll see you Thursday. You guys take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. Just take care, And I can't even see. I had expanded my screen. I couldn't see the end broadcast button. All right, guys. See you soon. Thanks. Love you guys. Peace and God bless.